Well, I need to fix something, so if you got any questions for these guys, we'll carry on.
Yeah, I have a question. What's it like preparing to play with Allan? Like, is it? I mean, it seems like there's a lot of it. It seems like he's not handing you charts. Like, you know, you gotta listen and make maps, or like, is there anything special, you guys?
Well, you have to make your own charts, or you can steal charts from other bass players. Like like when I first got the gig, I went down and I saw him with Gary Willis, and I used to take lessons with Gary Willis when he lived in Los Angeles. He challenged me, he goes, okay, I'll give you this chart, but you got to write a chart for Texas and bring it to me tomorrow. So I wrote a chart and brought it back, and we kind of swiped like charts.
Yeah, okay. Because I mean, there's no like, you know, master chart you can, you know, it's like just you have
CDs, or either I'll get some like the bass player before me, Dave Carpenter, he had like some, like his own notes or his own sheet, and I like use this. I didn't want to say that, but I just like use those and make my own charts and stuff like that.
We modify them all the time, so if it's like a...
Yeah, it's a sketch, a black sketch.
You know where it was, but...
I got a question about the symbols.
You made the chords sound so beautiful, and some of the notes that you're emphasizing certain notes, and it sounds like there's a little bit of distortion in there, like within the chords that you play. Some of those notes, it sounds like it's actually that distortion that's sustained, like you could actually play it solo over the sound of the chords. And it would be like, do you like think of those terms like on purpose, that like those notes would like sound like there's a like lead guitar on top of some chording or something like that. Like,
you mean like a little melody here and there?
Yeah, well.
Hopefully.
That's why we love it.
I think like my question is like, do you think of like a certain type of compression or something that you could use to be able to emphasize those notes and at the same time get the harmony going? I don't know, like maybe it's...
No, with compression or anything like that. You know, I use delays a lot, but I don't use any... I use a limiter, you know, that's just to stop things from... But I only use that on the clean sound. I don't use anything other than the preamp and the power amp, which just died. And this processor, it just has like delays, adds delay to the original sound. So it's just like putting a little fairy dust on it.
You had a question about symbols?
Yeah, about your cymbals and the sizes and textures and things like that.
Okay. I see it
Can
varies.
you come in?
What's that?
Can you come in?
Oh, sorry. It varies on every gig, but with Allan, I usually, actually this is a little bit different than I usually use, but I got the hi-hats are, it's a 14 new beat top. They're all Zildjian. The bottom is a master sound, so it's got little ridges to help with the check, you know, you're just using the foot. As far as crashes, got a, this is actually new stuff, so there's a custom dark K, it's an 8-inch. A lot of times I'll have like an A, you know, I just really like it kind of transparent and real thin.
Fast.
Yeah, so it's real fast, and I don't like a lot of tone in the spy cymbal. The crashes vary a lot. I have been using actually an 18 dark K. I went to the Zildjian factory in, actually not the factory, but the one out in Los Angeles. Picked up some new cymbals last week, so I'm going to try them on this gig. This is a fast crash 17 K. It's actually not that fast. I mean, it has a nice fast response. But
17 is the company size.
no? You get, you get 15, 16, 17, 18 the fast crashes. Dark crash over here, 18. And these are both, you know, they have like the platinum type of finish on it. Because actually the fundamental of this is like a major third below this. So even though it's a smaller cymbal, we can have different. Let's see, the main ride is a 21-inch special Y ride. Got a million names to it, but it's a 21, so it has a real nice bell. And, it's got a nice spread on it, and it was a stick. And this baby I found about 4 years ago at the Zildjian West. It's like my favorite flat ride ever. Yeah, the flat ride. I've got 2 sizzles in it, because one came out and was too lazy to put the other one in. But when I first heard it, it didn't have any sizzles on it, and it sounded like it had sizzles. So it's like super thin. You can bend it. It's like, I say that. It's so thin. It's really sweet. One of my favorites. What's that? I like. I guess we.
Question for Ernest. How often do you have to change strings on that bass? Because that must be a pain in the neck. You know, do you get a good
Maybe
life
every
out of a
3
whole pack of those, 6 strings?
I use it like, because I use another bass at home, I also use an F bass, so for more of this kind of stuff with a maple fretboard, and I play that, it's lighter, mostly when I'm at home, so I make changes every 3 weeks to a month.
Wow. That's great. Awesome.
You had a question?
Yeah, I had another question for the drummer. I mean, you guys sound great. And how do you follow along? Because they have their music, you don't have their music.
I haven't memorized. When I first learned the book, I had to transcribe the songs. And I started out, like some of the songs was like, what is the form on this? But the main thing was getting the form. So in order to realize where the form was, I transcribed the bass notes and the chords. So I transcribed musically what was going on. And then I saw where the modulations were, and then I could see where the form was. So, I don't have the chords memorized, but I do have the forms memorized.
Are you familiar with the time changes? Like
Sure, absolutely.
Signature, time signature.
I hope so. Yeah, absolutely. When I transcribe stuff, and like the stuff that was on record, I basically, I would transcribe the tune melodically or harmonically, whatever I could, and then I would also take whatever Gary Husband or Chad or well, actually we're not doing anything good or Tony, they did, and then try and make it my own a little bit. So, didn't necessarily transcribe the drum parts, but I kind of learned it. And now it's kind of just evolved to whatever I do.
Thanks.
Question for Allan. On that last thing you did, when you're supervising, are you thinking scales and modes and stuff like that, or are you kind of just thinking of the chords and pulling notes out of the chords?
Exactly. Well, I think of the scale that goes with the chords, and with all of the chords, and I try to make lines out of them, or play things that connect the lines and stuff, and then sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. But I think about the chords, yeah, obviously. I try. It doesn't always work. Yeah. Talk louder.
4 notes per string in terms of scale and movements from the neck.
Yeah, it was just something I used to practice, like just playing any scale where you use four notes on one string, so you end up in a different place on the neck. Sorry? Well, yeah, it's just like if you play. So instead of playing in one position, it's just extending each one by one position each time. So you can take that and multiply it by how many. I haven't played enough major scale for a long time. Sorry.
One more thing. You have 9 steps of countdown on an album, right?
Yeah, on one album, yeah.
Did you find it challenging, the progression, or did it come easy?
No, it's a good set of chords. Yeah, I mean, I don't know any standards. I don't have a vocabulary with that kind of music. I don't play that kind of music. So when I did that album, the piano player was on the album, I would learn all the tunes from him as if they were original pieces of music. It was like as if Joel came with a piece of music and I had to learn it. I did that with those. I didn't have anything that I could draw on except for my own experience of playing over chord changes. But different kinds of chords. So it didn't really seem any different. It just seemed the same. It's just a bunch of chords go by, and then you figure out what the scales are, and then you improvise over them. So it was just the same. The only difference is that I don't know any of those tunes. You know, I've never played that tune before, and I probably never play it again. But I felt kind of bad playing on it. You know, it's like John Coltrane. And it's like, whoa, man. You did it all, man. You know, so you didn't leave much left. Yeah.
Yeah, there's some bizarre rumor that you're Donovan's hurdy-gurdy man. Could you enlighten us on that?
Yeah, actually, it's completely wrong. I mean, I see that all the time. Saying that I just got a letter from England that said, "Is it true that you actually, from the publishing company, that you actually played on Gurdy Man?" I did not.
Wow.
So it is not me.
Do you know how that started?
I would have, you know, if it was me, I must have been so drunk that I don't remember. Not that there was anything wrong with it. I mean, it's totally cool. It was just that I don't remember it. So, no, I didn't. I would have remembered going to the studio and recording something. No, I didn't.
You played on something though that was.
I didn't play on anything that Donovan did, ever.
No, but similar.
That's not a rumor start.
Yeah, it was a rumor. It wasn't me.
You're not the hurdy-gurdy.
I just wanted to commend the drummer Joel for a great save when the power went out. And, it seemed that right at that point you stopped the song and you were improvising with the bass.
Well, yeah, Ernest just took over.
But at that point it seemed almost like a jazz improv, and the drums, the jazz improv is usually the point where one instrument will take over the prominence. And
well, they did. That's exactly what we did.
And then you came in and you finished with whatever that was. It seemed seemingly improvised. I don't know if it was a song, but it was a good save.
Thanks.
Oh, thanks. Thank you.
Play 16 minutes in?
Yeah, these guys are my parachute, man. Every time.
Are you going to do 16 minutes in?
No, maybe.
Let's do it.